Hey there, mathematicians. Today we're going to talk about the relationship between an equation and a line. Let's start right here with this equation right here. 10 equals x plus 3. What does the value of x have to be in order to make this equation true? What does x have to be to satisfy this equation? I bet you knew that the answer was 7 even before I started writing. We know that the only number that we can add to 3 to get to 10 is 7. There's only one answer. All right, let's look at the equation at the bottom and compare it to one at the top. How is the equation at the bottom different than our equation at the top? Yeah, there's only one difference, right? The equation at the top has a 10 and the equation at the bottom has a y. What do you think that's going to do for our answers? It makes a huge difference. Our equation at the top, we only have one answer. X is 7. But y equals x plus 3, it has an infinite number of values that will make it true, of answers. Let's just look at a couple, okay? Let's say that the value of x is 5. Say the value of x is 5. Well, what would the value of y have to be if x is 5? So we just put in, for x, we put in 5. So we're going to say y equals 5 plus 3. So y is 8. So when x is 5, y is 8. So that makes that true. That's just one. There's an infinite number. Let's pick another number. Let's pick a negative number. Let's do negative 7. Let's say x is negative 7. So if we substitute in negative 7 for x, y equals negative 7 plus x, then y would equal negative 4. So our equation, y equals x plus 3, is satisfied when x is negative 7 and y is negative 4. So that's another solution to our equation. All right, let's do one more. Let's pick a big number. What if we did 210? Say x is 210. Okay, so we know that our y would be 210 plus 3. So y would be 213. So when x is 210, y could be 213, and it would make our equation true. It would satisfy our equation. So what could we do to show somebody all the answers for y equals x plus 3? There's infinite number of answers, right? So how could we show it to them? Well, let me give you a hint. Look at that. That line right there is a representation of y equals x plus 3. Every point on that line satisfies the equation y equals x plus 3, or makes the equation y equals x plus 3 true. Let's do a couple points I'm going to show you. Okay, let's do this point right here. Okay, so remember our coordinates. Coordinates are always x, y. So let's see what our x value is. Our x value is 5. And our y value is 8. All right, so let's see if that makes that true. So in place of the y, just rewrite it. In place of the y, we have an 8. In place of the x, I'm going to put 5. So 5 plus 3 is 8. So 8 equals 8. So that x and y, 5 and 8, satisfy the equation because 8 equals 8. All right, let's choose a different point on the line. Let's choose that point right there. All right, so that point is negative 5. And then our y is negative 2. Sorry, Ms. Johnson forgot how to write there for a second. All right, so x plus 3. So my y is negative 2. My x is negative 5. And negative 5 plus 3 does equal negative 2. So negative 2 equals negative 2. So negative 5, negative 2 satisfies the equation y equals x plus 2. All right, let's do one more. Let's do this one right here. So our x value and our y value. Our x value is negative 3. And then our y value is 0. All right, so let's substitute those values in. So y is 0, x is negative 3, and negative 3 plus 3 is 0. So all three of those points are on that line, and they make it true. They satisfy the equation y equals x plus 3, and they make it true. Every single point on this line satisfies or makes the equation y equals x plus 3 true. So that's how we can represent all the answers that make it true. Oh, but some of you might be thinking, but that can't be all of them because you used the example up at the top of 210 and 213. That's not on this graph. You're right, it's not. We couldn't make a graph big enough. But look at that graph. Is there something on there that makes us know that it keeps going? Yeah, the arrows at the end. The arrows at the end let us know that this line is going to continue on, that it does not stop. It just keeps going. So if we could make this go out to 200, if we could make this x value go out to 210 and the y value go up to 213, it would be on that line. Okay, so those arrows right there, that lets us know it goes on forever. So this is a way for us to represent the infinite number of solutions that make y equals x plus 3 true. Okay, so what did we learn today? Today we learned that an equation, a solution to the equation is the line. The line is how we can show all of the answers that make the equation true or satisfy the equation.